Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Leo. Welcome back to our channel, Yoga with Lynn and Leo.
Yes, and today we have a treat for you. We're coming into a restorative pose called Supta Baddha Konasana.
I have to say, this is my favourite pose. It always was my favourite pose. And I learnt the Sanskrit name for this before I learnt any of the other Sanskrit names. And the Sanskrit name means supine bound angle pose, but it's much less scary than it sounds.
Yes. We are practicing Supta Baddha Konasana with support today. There is a classical action to this, of course, and you can do it without support. But there's good reason for using support, and we'll go through that as you come into the pose. Now, you will need to have a bolster or a couple of pillows, also a blanket, some support. Now, we've got a couple of Zafu cushions here, but you can use a couple of cushions, that will be fine, to go underneath the thighs, and also a belt. Now, when you come into the supine action, this is Baddha Konasana, as you can see Leo's creating this shape here. Placing the belt is sometimes a little bit confusing if this is new to you. So you can see here the belt is bound, and then you place it over the head and take it towards your foot bones. And then place and tighten the belt. Don't tighten the belt too tightly, you still need to have a little bit of room to move. And the back of the belt goes down towards the sacral area. Now, before you go back onto your bolster, there's quite an important instruction so that your back doesn't get caught. So this is, if you are new to this and your back's quite tight, then lift the buttock and move the tailbone towards the heel, and then come back down. Now, when you go back, keep the chest open and the length through the side waist as you go back. You see that Leo's opening her chest as she goes back. There's length from the pelvis to the lower ribs, and then placing the back of the head on the shoulders. Now, when you place the blanket, you have to see that just a little bit, just a little bit crooked here. So you just have to make sure that it's in line with the shoulders and that the back of the head is on the support. Now, what's very interesting about this pose is that you still have to make those preparations. You can see here that Leo's digging her elbows in and then lifting the chest. At the center, we get all our students to practice in this way because you get so much opening in the upper chest cavity. And of course, this is something that we would be taught when we're in classes in India. So take those arms out to the side so that the palms are up. And this is another thing that's really important, that there's a roll on those arms so that the armpit chest opens. And when you're in this pose, you have to start to connect with releasing and softening, working in a passive way. So the benefits of this pose are, well, there's so many. It's very good for any abdominal discomfort, digestion. So organically it's fantastic. It's very good for the nervous system and a wonderful pose to observe your breath. So when you're in this position, I'm just going to show you a way how to support the thighs. So if you do find that your thighs are weighting down and your groins are quite painful, then don't put up with that. You need to be able to get the benefits from the pose rather than lying in the position or with soreness in your groin. So do support the outer thighs, and you can do that with a couple of cushions or a couple of yoga bricks or blocks. And once you're there and you're settled and you're starting to quieten down, be aware of your facial features and see that any frown lines that may be across the forehead just completely dissolve, soften and release. Release the area between the eyebrows and completely soften around the temples. so that the eyes start to release and relax and move deeply within their sockets. Release around the mouth and let the jawline completely relax. So that area that greets the earlobe all the way to there, see that that area completely releases. Release the outer shoulders, and as you are resting those wrists, the back of the wrists to the floor, see that each wrist on each hand or each arm, they're moving in the same direction. You've got the same area connecting with the floor on each arm. And then observe your inhalation. Take your breath through the nasal passage and observe what happens in your breath and how the rib cage broadens, expands, opens, and then slowly recoils itself. And just be there observing your breath, each inhalation, being aware of the breath as nectar. So you're receiving a beautiful nectar into your body, the gift of life, as you inhale and then recoil the breath and let the breath just completely release. And stay with this for as long as you wish to. You can stay in this pose for a couple of minutes, but really to get the benefits, you need to be in this pose for at least 5 minutes and more. Even up towards 15 minutes would be really good. So you can always set your timer. And again, this pose is so good to calm the nerves. A lovely restorative routine before bedtime is also very good. Just to take those few moments, that opportunity to have that appointment with yourself, to defrazzle and just relax. So I'm going to leave you in this position now and leaving Leo in this position as well. And we look forward to seeing you next time. If you enjoy our videos, then please do subscribe to our channel and press the like button, which is just at the bottom of the screen. Namaste.